Jason Wydrow here with Online Strategy Podcast, September 26th through 2021. In this episode, I am going to talk to you about what I call reverse engineering promotion and advertising. Reverse engineering promotion and advertising. So when we think about advertising, when we think about putting our product or service out into the world, whether it be by text message campaigns, emails, on a website, on Amazon, on anywhere else, digitally, we have to think about the individual that we are reaching, the individual we are trying to talk to, the person we're trying to tell our product to. So when we think about that, we have to look at what we design and what we create from the perspective of that customer, right? That potential target, that potential individual you are trying to access and reach through a message. And so when we talk about reverse engineering, we're talking about taking on the perspective of that person and then building your design around it. So think about this for a second. Many years ago, one of my first podcasts was about ice cream, kids and candy and ice cream, right? And how that communicates effectively, how it is designed and made to be appealing, and in nature incites a want. It incites a necessity to have or a want because of the way the packaging is. Of course, the sweetness of it, the taste, all that is a huge part of it. But it has that appeal. It has that eye appeal, and it talks to kids. I remember, when I was a kid, going to an ice cream truck and looking at all the pictures on the side of the ice cream truck and saying to myself, some of them just had the spaceship on them. They had some cool art, some cool design that just really spoke to me at that place in my life. And I wanted to try those ones because I thought they were cool. So in the same way, you're selling a widget, or you're selling a book, or you're selling a service. You have to think about, when you design that campaign, when you communicate, when you write that copy, when you put it all together, you have to envision, what is it that this person is going to intercept, and how are you going to talk to them? You can think about it again. Another good example is outdoors. Somebody who's really, really, really loves the outdoors, and they love new gadgets and things that are related to the outdoors. So, you communicate from that standpoint. How do you solve a problem for the outdoor person? Well, first of all, you have to have some insight into what a problem is in the outdoors, right? So you've already solved that problem with a product, but then how do you actually communicate about it so that it's simple, it's clean, comprehensible, and easy for that new potential public? And again, this is more targeted at the concept of somebody who hasn't purchased your product yet. Somebody who is, we could say, raw public, right? Like fresh. And the outdoors person gets your promotion, they read, they see that it solves these specific problems, and it really talks to them. And, I hate to say it so simply, but that's really all good advertising and promotion is. It's putting the right product in front of the right person at the right time with the right message, and making it very palatable and simple and clear. And this is where, again, going back to, if you've been listening to me for some time, you know that I talk a lot about VPF marketing, which is visibility, presentation, function. So we talk about visibility, right? So this promotional piece gets in front of this public. It has the right presentation. It's designed correctly. It has the right message. It presents itself properly. And it has functionality, right? When we think about digital, we think about function. We think about, well, what can this person do right now to order this product? Can they click here? Can they save it for later? Can they buy now? Can they compare it to other products? What function are you giving that person to make a decisive decision right there, or very shortly if they're going to purchase it or not? So we've got to think about all these elements, all these components, all these parts, and we put it all together. very simply put, you have something that actually works. Now, there's another point about this real quick, and I'm going to dig into this much more into future podcasts, but when we think about the desirability of a product, how much is a product wanted? How much do you have to put there to make the product wanted versus how much is just that this product is needed? You put a specific gadget in front of 10 million people that have a problem in their home, and for $10 it solves their problem, really solves the problem, and makes life much simpler and easier. You don't have to do much convincing, or you don't have to build up much reason as to why they need the product. It's self-evident. But in some products and services, you really have to establish why that specific product or service and build that up. And that can be a ramp and a runway into that purchase. So again, let's think about this, again, going back to the reverse engineering. Who is that public you're trying to reach? What are you trying to say? Where are they at on your spectrum of purchase? Are they loyal? Are they existing? Are they brand new, never heard of you? Do they even know a problem exists yet? Or do you have to create the problem so they know and are more aware of that there is a problem that needs to be solved, or something that's needed by them, right, in some way? So there's so many angles to this, and it gets so detailed, but that's effectively how you reverse engineer. You take it from the other perspective, you look at it, and you kind of say, what are these things that person is going to be expecting, wanting, and what's really going to talk to them, about the product or service. So that's about all I have to you today in this specific episode. I want to thank you for listening. I try to make these short and to the point so they are helpful and easy and not ultra time consuming. So thank you for listening. Again, Jason Wydrow here, Online Strategy Podcast. Until next time, wishing you a great day.